In Ghazipur's Dalia village, a quiet afternoon suddenly turned into screams, mother's love, father's upbringing, and sister's innocence. Everything was shattered when the son of the house became death. The reason behind this massacre was not just land. It was the burning truth of a relationship that was nurtured with blood and destroyed with blood. This is the story of a triple murder case, which still screams in the soil of the village. I am Vipul Prajapati, and today I am going to tell you the horrifying story of the land dispute murder case of Ghazipur, which will send shivers down your spine. In a small village, where usually only the sounds of ox bells and children's laughter reverberated, one day a massacre took place that put humanity to shame. This is the story of a son who killed his mother, father, and sister by chasing them with an axe. This is the story of a savage mind blinded by greed for land, which destroyed blood relations. And this is the story of a society that kept watching as a spectator as 3 corpses were strewn. Screams kept resonating, and the murderer walked away openly challenging him. Shivram Yadav, an ordinary farmer. He had grown old, but still he was unable to save his life's capital, his land. He loved them a lot. His wife, a calm elderly woman, who had spent her whole life serving her husband and children, and their daughter Kusum, age around 35 years. She was married, but her husband's atrocities forced her to return to her maternal home. Since then, she was living here, serving her old parents, working in small hospitals or dispensaries, and earning some money to run the household. Shivram's son Abhay Yadav alias Button, who turned out to be the murderer in this story, lived in the same village, in the same premises in a hut. He lived separately from his parents because he was very stubborn, short-tempered, and greedy by nature. He often quarreled with his father, especially since Shivram Yadav had transferred some land in the name of his daughter Kusum. This one decision later became fatal for the entire family. If the villagers are to be believed, when Button came to know that his father had transferred some land in the name of his sister, then he was very angry. He used to say openly that now that I have given the land to my daughter, no one will be left. I will kill everyone. Panchayat was held many times. The elders of the village tried to intervene, but the fire in Button's heart did not die out. He was preparing a terrible plan within himself to irrigate his land with the blood of his own people. It was a Sunday morning. There was a little bustle in the village, but no one knew what a horrifying turn this day would take. That day Kusum had come to meet her parents, maybe with some ration and water or just to ask about their well-being. She came, and in a short while it seemed as if time stopped. Button was already ready. He had the axe with him, the poison of hatred in his heart and the storm of madness in his mind. He suddenly attacked his father. The first blow of the axe was so strong that Shivram fell down on the spot. Screams echoed. Mother ran. "Abhay, what are you doing?" But the next attack was on him. The streets of the village echoed with the screams of his mother. And then Kusum came out. She started running, screaming in fear. But Button had become a beast. He ran after her, chased her to the fields, and killed her with an axe there. It is said that his body was found lying on the edge of the field, with terror on his face and a question in his eyes. "Brother, why did you do this?" People gathered, but no one had the courage to intervene. Button was openly shouting, challenging, "I will kill anyone who comes in between." There was madness in his eyes. His face was covered in blood, and he had a bloody axe in his hands. He left as if nothing had happened. People followed him, but by then he had disappeared. The police were informed. The bodies were sent for postmortem, but the killer was still absconding. There was mourning in the village. Sobs were coming from every house, but there was also a fear of his return. The women of the village would say, We never thought he would become such a monster. A son born from the womb of a mother will slit the throat of that mother. Many people did not even come to the scene to see the bodies. No one had the courage. The blood-soaked ground, the splatters on the wall, and the silence in the courtyard of the house, everything was screaming. It is said that Button's mental condition was already unstable. Many times he was seen sitting alone in the fields quietly, neither meeting nor talking to anyone. He was lost in his own world. Some people say that his relationship with his wife was also not good. He had a son and a daughter, but his relationship with everyone was broken. He only wanted the land which his father had given to his daughter. This fire spread so much inside him that he destroyed his own blood. It became clear in the police investigation that the murder was completely pre-planned. He was engaged in this plan day and night. The axe was also kept ready beforehand. And when the whole family got together, he executed his barbaric intentions. After this incident, Ghazipur's Dalia village seemed to have gone out of time. Even today, people tremble while passing in front of that house. That hut where Button lived is now deserted, and the courtyard where the talks of the parents used to echo, there is only silence now. The walls still bear witness to the blood splatters. 3 lives were lost: a mother who endured everything, a father who tried to save his daughter, and a sister who sacrificed her life for her loved ones. And the murderer, he is still out of the reach of the police. Perhaps he is hiding somewhere or is living in a new form, but the fear, the grief, and the questions he has left behind, they are still present in every corner of the village. Can land become such a big greed that a son can wipe out his own blood? Can we forget such incidents by just calling them family disputes? This story is not just about a village in Ghazipur. This is the story of a society where relationships have now become cheaper than pieces of land, where a son kills his own parents because they gave something to his daughter. This story is the cry of that soul, which still echoes in the fields. And this is a warning that when conscience dies, man becomes just a ferocious animal, one who is not afraid to shed even his own blood.